All right, we are going to look at this original Blu-ray of Lilo and Stitch, and we're going to look at the scene that is commonly censored and then compare it to the scene as it shows up in the 4K. So here is the original scene on the original Blu-ray. And I showed a little bit before, so you get the context. And you can see what happens before, and then you can see the whole scene till it ends. So the whole point is that she's in the dryer, and that is not okay. Okay, so then there's the end of the scene. So you can see what happens after that scene for context. So now we're going to look at how it appears on the 4K or the revised or censored edition. Okay, and here is how the 4K looks or censored version. Here we go. It's like a cabinet with a pizza box. So same thing happens, right? She's hiding and she catches her. And here is the Blu-ray that comes in the 4K combo pack. So in the new 4K, both the Blu-ray and the 4K have the revised or edited version. So I know a whole bunch of people have been messaging me about these, and specifically if this version has the unaltered version. It does not. So if you do want the original not edited version, this is what it looks like. Here's the spine, and here is the barcode. So that's what it looks like. The 4K is a lot higher quality picture and audio, but that one is the one you're gonna have to get if you want the unaltered version, the theatrical version, if you will. Okay, so normally I like the theatrical version to not be edited. So for example, the first Crocodile Dundee movie is having the Encore cut, which is, it's edited, but it's not edited so much for content. It's edited for like modern sensibilities that not everybody shares. And so I absolutely disagree with the new Encore cut of Crocodile Dundee. I'd rather have the theatrical cut, and there's supposed to be a 4K of that coming down the road, according to James at In Search of Physical Media. But then you have Disney with movies like this, with movie covers like this. I'm not going to elaborate on that cover for now. I agree with that cover being changed, and I agree with the changes in that movie. I also agree with the changes in Rescuers Down Under, because there's nudity in the background, and so some animator had stuck that in there, and you can still see it on the VHS, but I appreciate how they changed that in the Blu-ray, and same with Little Mermaid. God, now that we're getting on the topic, there's also Lion King that's had stuff changed, and that's fine. That change, I agree with that change as well. But I think the best of both worlds, if you're going to change a movie, is if you include the other versions on here. So on RoboCop, for example, it says the edited for television version. So I think that's awesome. I think discs should include the airplane versions or the TV versions, so you could pick which one you want. So in Lilo and Stitch, where they've changed the movie, I think the changes on all those other Disney movies I listed are good and should have happened. The Lilo and Stitch one, would I prefer the theatrical version? Yes. Do I get why they changed it? Also, yes. So, two things. It's a slippery slope to change every movie for everything that a household item could damage a kid. I get that. But at the same time, it was an easy choice for them to make, to not be advertising a kid going into a dryer. So a kid going into a dryer is a terrifying thing. So while I would rather have the movie be the original version and then leave the parenting up to me, and I can tell them not to go in a dryer, hey kid, don't do stuff you see in a movie that could hurt you, right? I don't think the movie should need to be changed so that that if the movie is parenting them, then it parents them right. But in this particular case, the reason behind the change is to protect kids. I totally get it, and the 4K with the new Dolby Vision and upgraded resolution and audio is totally worth it. And I'm okay with the edit in this case. but I will definitely not buy the edited Crocodile Dundee. Well, what are your thoughts on the edited Lilo and Stitch now that you've seen it side by side? And then what are your thoughts on those other Disney movies editings? Oh, haha, Toy Story 2 actually has an edit from the original version to the new version, which I also agree with. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this kind of thing? But before I go, one last thought to consider as we part ways is just edited movies in general. Like, have you ever heard of cleanflix or clearplay or vidangel? I actually like those things where I get to choose how something is edited for how I watch it. So what are your thoughts on that kind of thing where the original still exists, it's still possible to get, but you as the person in your home have the ability to kind of stop what is on the screen or in the speakers in your own home? What do you think of that? I've also made my own edited versions of movies for myself, of Blade Runner 2049, Starship Troopers. I've made my own like alternate versions, not for distribution or uploading, but just literally for myself. So I am okay with edited movies in general, but I like to have the choice of what's edited, and I also like the idea that the original isn't just destroyed and gone. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I know so many of you are asking about both of these, and so hopefully that answers your questions. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.